He was on, where is he? He was on Glenn Beck talking about, let's see if he gets back on here.
The government accountable, but they're not doing it. It doesn't, the laws don't apply, it seems, to some underground political elite, and John Kerry is.
By the way, I've got 10 minutes, so I am aware of that, and thank you guys for keeping me honest so that I can get to rehearsals.
In that protected zone. So did he or did he not leak information about the Israelis to the Iranians?
Oh, I thought you were talking about when Trump outed an Israeli agent to the Russians and that person ended up dead.
Well, he said yesterday that these allegations are unequivocally false. This never happened either when I was Secretary of State or since. But then the State Department released information saying the information that Kerry allegedly leaked was already public knowledge and not classified.
Well, then it wasn't a leak. How do you leak something that's public knowledge? So you're saying his answer was correct and that you're a bloviating lunatic. Hold on.
John Kerry said it never happened. The State Department...
Yeah, he's saying I never leaked anything. I talked about shit that was in the public domain. Yeah. What part of this do you not understand? Am I losing my mind? What the fuck? Glenn, what are you talking about? I never leaked information. I talked to people about stuff that was well known throughout the world and in newspapers. The State Department said he never leaked anything, that the information he talked about was public, in the public domain already. Where's the disconnect, dumbass? No wonder you're turning red while we watch you.
Department said it happened, but it was no big deal.
No, they said he didn't leak information. He said he didn't leak information. He didn't say he never had conversations with people.
Which is it?
Jesus Christ. How dumb? This dumb.
The guy sits on the National Security Council, which...
Yes, and he has earned that place through years of public service and can tell the difference between shit that's already in the news that he can discuss with people and stuff that's classified. And according to him and verified sources within the State Department, he did precisely that. He spoke to people about stuff that was in the public domain and did not mention classified information. Because if it's in the public domain, it ain't classified. It's just information.
Which is it? The comment...
There's no either or here.
Comment on this and so much more is Donald Trump Jr.
Oh, good. Thank God. Someone is an authority on keeping his trap shut.
Hey, Don, how are you?
I'm doing well. Yourself?
I'm good. I think you and your family often. Say hi to your...
He thinks them often. He thinks them often. He thinks him and his family often. I think them.
Dad for us. How's he doing?
He's doing well.
I don't really know. I don't talk to him that much. He one of the things he said about me, when he took the company back over from me, is that he doesn't want to see me for a while.
I just saw him a few minutes ago, so he's doing really well, and
on TV.
I think you're saying it really well. I mean, it's sort of amazing what you.
I think you're saying it really well.
Can get away with if you're a Democrat. I wrote the book about liberal privilege, but we're seeing it more and more.
But no one bought it. Sorry, I didn't. I mean, none of us have read it. No one's actually read it. No one's reading it. People have autographed copies of it. No one finishes it. No one gets through the first chapter. Don't feel bad though. Most people don't finish, most of the books that they buy. But in your case, there's no friggin' way.
More and more every day. Whether it's
why are we seeing an on-the-phone picture of Donald Trump Jr. on this and an empty stool of Glenn Beck Studio? Why? What?
John Kerry, whether it's Eric Swalwell sitting on the House Intelligence Committee whilst, I guess, it's okay for him to sleep with a Chinese spy?
No, it isn't. That's why when he was contacted by the FBI and they said she's connected to intelligence, he cut off all ties, and I don't think he slept with her. She just raised money for his campaign. She couldn't even vote for him. She was an activist in the Asian community in his district. And then they went, oh, nah, she can't. We're giving back all the money she raised. If people want to give it on their own, if it came through her, we're giving it back, which is what they did. And we're cutting off all ties, and we'll give you all the information we have, all the contact we have there. And she left the country and never came back. You know, like you're supposed to.
It seems like a double standard. I would think, Glenn, that these people would lose their minds if someone in the Trump administration did this.
Someone in the Trump administration literally fucked Maria Butina.
Oh, they would have, and they rightfully should have.
That's right. Yeah, thanks for saying that, Glenn. Thanks for bringing that up, buddy. Oh, let's see. Maria Butina. Her full name is Maria Valerievna Butina. Born in 1988, she's a Russian political activist. That's a lovely way. And former entrepreneur who was convicted in 2018 of acting as an unregistered foreign agent of Russia within the United States. So not a Russian political activist. And not a former entrepreneur. She was a convicted, unregistered foreign agent. I mean, she worked with Alexander Torshin. She worked, who was a former member of the Federation Council and member of Vladimir Putin's United Russia Party. But they probably never met. Probably just got coffee for him. He was a deputy governor of the Central Bank of Russia. So there's no... She worked to infiltrate conservative groups in the United States, including the National Rifle Association, RIFLE, as part of an effort to promote Russian interests in the 2016 presidential election. The Senate Intelligence Committee later concluded she had attempted to persuade the Trump campaign to establish a secret communications back channel with Russia. Get out of night. I had a secret channel going to the Russian backside. In July 2018, while residing in Washington, D.C., Butina was arrested by the FBI and charged with acting as an agent of the Russian Federation without prior notification to the Attorney General. I mean, he should have known by what she was yelling in bed. In December 2018, she pled guilty to felony charges of conspiracy, acting as an unregistered foreign agent of the Russian state. A federal judge sentenced her to 18 months in prison. She served more than 5 months in the Tallahassee Federal Correction Institute. Holy shit, that's where I am. I'm in Tallahassee. That's actually news to me. That's fascinating. Also, nearly 9 months of her pretrial prison term since she was arrested. So she got time served. This is nice. She denied it. She split business and political career, involvement, National Rifle Association, Republican Party, political party, so what is referred to in statements as political party number one. That's how we call it. Butina took pictures of Louisiana Governor Bobby Jindal, former U.S. Senator and presidential candidate Rick Don't Google Santorum, and then, of course, Scott Walker. And she was present at the launch of Walker's 2016 presidential campaign, man. And then, of course, nobody in the Donald Trump. There we go. Conservative American International Affairs. Just before Trump announced his candidacy for president, she urged better relationships, saying it may take the election of a Republican to the White House in 2016 to improve relationships between the Russian Federation and the United States, man. Get down tonight. The next month, Berea attended Freedom Fest, where Trump gave a speech and asked him from the audience about ending the sanctions, to which he replied, I don't think he needs the sanctions. That wasn't like a tee-up or anything. Butina hosted a birthday party attended by Erickson and Trump campaign aides shortly after the 2016 election. How did she? Hosted. Boy, it would be really nice to have that Greg Kelly, you're taking it from all sides soundbite right now. Just saying. Hey, get down the knife.
If your dad, I mean, this is what's crazy.
If your dad, if If your dad ever had sex with anyone that he didn't coerce with money or just grab without their intention, it would be a miracle.
If your dad were giving secrets to the Russians,
If, Glenn, fucking if President Donald Trump disclosed highly classified information to Russia's foreign minister about a planned Islamic State operation, 2 U.S. officials said on Monday, plunging the White House into another controversy just months into Trump's short tenure in office. The intelligence shared at the meeting last week with Russian Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov. Remember that guy? And Sergei Kislyak. Lavrov was the guy who was laughing about the investigations into Trump. Was supplied by a U.S. ally in the fight against the militant group. Both officials with knowledge of the situation said the White House declared the allegations first reported in the Washington Post incorrect. Not a lie, just incorrect. Because if Trump wants to share it, it's not classified. That was their argument. There is no classified information that comes out of the president's mouth because he can tell him whatever he wants. If he wants to be an active Russian agent and tell Sergei Kislyak where agents are positioned and how to kill them, it's no longer he's instantly declassifying by lip flap. At no time were intelligence sources and methods discussed. The president did not disclose any military operations that were not already public known. I was in the room. It didn't happen. By the way, this is the same argument that the State Department said about what Kerry said, but somehow that was no good. The White House also released a statement from Rex Tillerson, who later all called him a dumb MFer. Dick Durbin called him, obviously we're in a downward spiral. We got to get some grips with what's happening, said of the White House. That was Bob Corker. Latest controversy came to the reels from the fallout over his abrupt dismissal of James Comey amid the congressional calls. One of the officials said the intelligence discussed in his meeting with Lavrov was classified top secret and held in a secure compartment to which only a handful of officials had access. So Glenn, if
he should have been impeached. It would have been.
So, okay, good. Look at us. Look at that, Glenn. Look, Glenn. By the way, was that the only time? Oh, by the way, Wall Street Journal, that's owned by Rupert Murdoch. If, asshole, if, you're ifing. Yeah? If, he says. If. Fucking hell.
Would have been a big deal. But he.
Oh, yeah. I gotta go.
Wasn't. And they.
But he was. He should have been. By Glenn Beck's, I got to take off. But by Glenn Beck's own admission, Donald Trump deserved to be impeached and removed from office. Thanks, Glenn. I'm glad we cleared that up. I'm glad you finally come around to it. And I'm glad that it was Don Jr. that helped you reach that conclusion. Because I think a lot of us have recognized that looking at Don Jr., that's yet more evidence that Donald Trump doesn't deserve to be near the levers of power. Because if he's that bad with his family, he must suck at everything else. Thanks, Glenn. If, he says. If you, Glenn. Thanks, guys. I appreciate you tuning in today. I got to run and get to rehearsal. I know I stuck around late because I like hanging out with you guys, and thanks so much. And thank you for your support. Thanks for the super chats, and thanks, everybody, for the hype trains today. That was really awesome.